Hey guys, welcome back to another algorithms video. Today is day 56. I don't know why I did 57 or 58 yesterday, but today is 56. And like I mentioned yesterday, we're gonna finish off with two pointers for now and move on with sliding windows algorithm, which is one of the mostly used algorithms in leak code. It also makes use of two pointers in a sense that it has to keep track of the windows that we use, but it is a whole different method. Just going to share my screen to show what problem that we're going to tackle today. And just before diving into this problem, I just want to briefly talk about sliding windows. So we, when we were going through the basics of sliding window, we talked about how there's two types of sliding window problem. So there's one that uses fixed constraint. So fixed window, the window size remains constant as it slides across the array, and it always covers the same number of elements. And that will be the case in this problem that we're going to go through. And there were a different type of problem where there was a dynamic window. So window size can change dynamically based on certain conditions as it slides, and the size of the window isn't fixed and it can expand or contract depending on the problem. But we're going to start easy. We're going to go with fixed window. We know that window size is fixed because here it's constrained as k. So what it asks us to find is the number of subarrays, so substrings of num when it is read as a string that meets the following condition. And this substring has to meet two conditions. It has a length of k, so its length is always k, and it is a divisor of num. So as you can see from the test case one, number is 240, k is 2, they give us, and we define a sliding window of length of 2 because k is 2, and then we move through the array as the size of the window remains constant. We check 24 and 40, and they are both the divisor of 240. So that's why the output is 2. Same thing for test case 2, where the num is 430043 and k is 2. We move this window until it exhausts, until the length of the array is exhausted. And output is 2 because, as you can see, only 43 and 43 at the end meets the criterion. So we are sliding this window across the entire length of the string. Here it's given as a integer num, so we would have to convert that into a string, right? Later when we try to solve the problem. And we slide this from left to right, examining substrings of k at the same time. And we will do that using also the left and right pointer, which is the essence of sliding windows. Sometimes we don't use it, sometimes we do. For this problem, we're going to use it. So let's go through. So for the sliding windows, we mostly use the helper function. So that will be the helper function that examines if it meets the criterion. So what was the criterion again? If it has a length of k and if it's a divisor of num. So we're just going to define this divisor criterion. So define is divisor, and num, and we're also going to supply with the substring string, and if, because maybe it's better if we convert this into string like we mentioned. And then later when we use the helper function, we're gonna make it as an integer to compare with 0. If it's exhausted, we're gonna skip this divisor if the remaining substring is 0, and we return false and return modulo of int substring equals 0. So yeah, it's going to return true if it is a divisor. So we initialize also the variable that would store the number of substrings that meet the constraint. So that will be count equals 0. We initialize both left and right pointer. So we initialize left and right pointers, which would start at the beginning of the string that we go through, which is the string of num. We would expand the window. So the right pointer moves until the window size reaches k. So what is the window size? Window size is right minus left plus 1. So the right pointer will be keep on moving and the window size will try to reach the k. And after that, we're going to check the substring. So once the window size is exactly at k, we extract the substring and check if it divides num. And if it does, we increment the count variable that we have stored. After checking the current window, we increment both left and right pointers to slide the windows to the right side, to the next position. So count equals 0, left equals 0, right equals 0. And while right pointer is on the left side of num, we expand the window size to k. So that will be done by if right minus left plus 1 is less than k, and then right plus 1. It's because we're both at 0, and to meet the window size of k, one of the pointers have to move to the right side, and we'll naturally move the right pointer like this to meet the k. Now, if it meets the k length of sliding window, then we're ready to check each subarrays. We have to check if it's a divisor now. Now substring equals, this is a substring that we define, string of num of indices from left to right plus right plus 1. Now if is divisor num substring, so it checks if substring is the divisor of num. It provides with 2 arguments, num and substring. And then we add to the variable. After incrementing the count, we move the sliding window. That will be done by left plus 1 and right plus 1 as well. And this will be done until it finishes. The right pointer is still on the left side of strength string of num array, right? So that's until if while loop finishes. Okay, and we return out. And let's see if this works. And object is not clean. Because we put this here. See, well, right, less than. I don't know why I put left here. It's supposed to be length of the num, right? So while right pointer is less than the length of the num, so if it hasn't checked fully the length of the num array, then yeah, we do all of these. Try to run it again, and it should work. Okay, so now it's giving us the wrong answer as 0. I think there's a problem with indentation. Find is divisor 0, left plus 1, count 1. Return count here. Yeah, yeah, so it was just a problem with indentation. The count variable was not being incremented. So anyways, that was it, guys. Just a gentle introduction to sliding windows problem. I feel like the explanation was a bit wiggly, so it was all over the place, but I hope you guys followed it. I'll see you guys maybe in my next algorithms video. Thank you guys all for watching, and if you guys have any comments, leave it down below.